Yo, what's up guys, it's Spectrum back with a brand new double review. This time we're going to be taking a very special look at the Marvel Legends Thor Ragnarok, whatever series, Skurge, and Marvel's Hela. And we have another special guest joining us. You notice how I said double review? This is a single carded item, isn't it? Single carded, two figures, does not mean it's a double review, it means it's a single review. I'm going to give you guys 30 seconds to guess who it is, starting right now, and I bet none of you will get it. So at 105, I'll just bring them out here. Screw it, I'm pulling a fast one on ya. It is the black-suited Spider-Man, dude. I like this figure a lot. I really wanted to review him, but I didn't want to do like a single review on him. Because his packaging is at my mother's house, and I'm pretty sure it's probably maybe ruined, so I thought I'd just throw him into this. So, yeah, we'll be getting into this guy later on. I like how I have the weapon kind of coming out of his hand right there. I like this figure a lot. It's one of my all-time favorites, in fact. But, yeah. I bet none of you saw that coming. Was I right, or was I right? Alright, let's go ahead and get into la packaging for the two-pack. So you got Legend Series up at the top like always. Thor Ragnarok, spot varnish on the packaging, very nice. Got Marvel up at the top here, very nice, and I'm not sure why it's slightly dinged or whatever, but that's fine. I bought this at Comic-Con, so it was probably kept in the packaging for a little while. You got Skidge right there looking all scary mott. I know he's New Zealander, but I don't know, I can't do a New Zealand accent because I've never really heard one. Looking very nice. On the other side, you have Hela, looking very nice as well. I like her aesthetic in the movie. It's very nice. Even though she's not this green in the film, the colors are actually reversed, if I do believe. Unless she changes colors throughout the film, that would be cool. That actually might be true. But, yeah. And then you got the back of the package with read-ups. If you want to read it, pause it now. Right there, multiple languages. And there. And you have the nice movie poster right here with all the characters. Looking very awesome. I like the Thor universe in the MCU. It's very nice. I think that's pretty much it for the packaging, except for the nice red background in there. I like that a lot. It's like a blasting effect. Nothing going on at the bottom except for the barcodes. So, without further ado, let's get these guys out here and see how much they're actually. Let's see how cool they actually are. Here we have all the figures open up and out of the packaging, looking very nice and very movie accurate to Thor Ragnarok, and the Spider-Man's looking very comic accurate back there as well. Yeah. Let's see here. I suppose we'll take a closer look at the figures. We'll take a closer look at let's do Skurge first. Actually, let's lay Hela down for the sake of safety. We got Skidge in here, looking very nice, and the actor's name fails me, but he does look pretty close to the actor from the movie. And my girlfriend and I just watched Red, and he was a nice surprise to that movie. The movie's pretty alright. But yeah, got the nice teal blue, well, dark teal blue, I want to say, for his costume here. Looking very nice. Like that a lot. You got the some maroony colors in there as well. I want to say that it's more like a brownish maroon. Got the M16. It's just molded plastic, but it is very nice. I like the guns a lot, and they do pose well with the Punisher. You have his Executioner axe, which we'll take a closer look at here. Very nice molded detail with some slight weathering on it. Got some molding holes in the back, but that's okay. Got the handle right there. Looking very nice as well. Just give that back to him real quick. And, yeah, we get a closer look at, actually, we haven't even done Hela yet. But yeah, I like this Hela figure a lot. I was thinking about getting the Mezco figure, but I think this figure does me just fine, dude. Look at that face. It looks just like Kate Blanchett. And if this face isn't good enough for you, then you got literally two more heads that come with this figure. This is a definitive Hela figure, dude. That looks so good. It's a little paler than it is in real life on camera, but it's still really, really nice and movie accurate. And you can move her hair and out of her face and stuff. Yeah, it looks really nice in my opinion. So I mean, we're already going over the accessories, so we don't even need to do a section for that. Let's take a look at Mjolnir here. Looking very nice. Now, there is a slight inaccuracy to this. Her thumb is raised when it should be towards the middle of Mjolnir. I'll have a picture of it right here for you, or actually probably on this side for a comparison. I'll throw that up there for you. But yeah, it's slightly inaccurate, but that's all good. I mean, I don't mind it. It's a toy, and the anatomy of her hand matches up pretty well, as you can see. It's not really a deal breaker or anything. Like I said, this is a really good Hela figure. Swap out her hand real quick for her normal hands. I think they were intending to give this 2-pack swords, because this looks like a sword holding hand to me. Got the nice painted nails on there and everything, but they have no swords in this 2-pack, and that's the only thing that could have made this 2-pack perfect, man. Like, that could have been so awesome, but they decided not to, sadly. So we have this sort of weird hand with this like relaxed slash anxious hand going on here. So I mean, you know, what are you gonna do? But I like the antlers a lot. They look a lot like a spider, which I do really enjoy. Got her cape here looking, it's just a nice velvet green. That's literally all there is to it. Got some black paint at the top, of course. But otherwise, it's literally just black and green. It's nice though. I do like it a lot, and it does conform to her body very well. Seeing how she looks with one of her other heads on, we'll do the I want to say this is the entrance look when she catches Mjolnir, looking very evil. And she has nice articulation too. Like, this is how they should have done the hair for their figures years ago. And she even has ears molded under there, dude. I think you can see it better from this side. Yeah, see, that's very nice. That's so, I like that a lot. Like, sometimes it feels like Hasbro slipping, but then I see stuff like this and it still gives me hope for their future figures. See that? Got the ears molded under this head too. I think this is my favorite head out of the three, but who knows. But yeah, for Scourge to hold his weapon, you just rotate it and pull it out to remove it, and then to put it back in, you push down at that same angle. If his hand will configure correctly for me, just like this. Just push down and then rotate so the finger can go onto the trigger, just like that, and it looks really nice, and I like that a lot. So yeah, about the enough. Frick, I can't even speak right now. And enough about these guys. Let's get on to Spidey. Alright. So this web accessory is from a Mafex figure. He doesn't come with these web accessories, but it looks really nice on him. I like that a lot. Let's get that removed though. His hand isn't pegged in all the way once you have one of those on. But it's close enough and it works. So this is Spidey. Of course, I still have his extra hands, and his extra hands are his wall crawl hands, I do believe. Got those right there. I like how it's a glossy plastic. I like that a lot. Take a look at one of his fists here. They're just black sculpted hands with white, and you got some wrinkling in there too. Actually, I didn't even notice that. As you can see right there, looking really nice. I like it a lot. Yeah. And you got Spidey. This is a Pizza Spidey mold. This is one of two Pizza Spidey molds that I have. The other one would be the Spider Carnage, or Ben Reilly, that I reviewed for you guys about 2 years ago when I got my tripod. I've actually had this tripod for 2 years. That's crazy. I broke it a couple of months ago. No, about last month, I do believe. So I'm probably going to get a new one soon. But it's nice that it's lasted me for 2 years. But, yeah. Sorry this review is so sporadic. I don't know. It's been a crazy week, dude. I just came back from Comic-Con. I've had busy days since then, non-stop, just going and going. You got some nice musculature on the figure, but yeah, it's just life's a little sporadic for me right now. It's a little out of control, but it's okay. I'm all right. On to size comparison. Size comparison times commence. Here we have the Hela Skurge 2-pack with the Ragnarok Hulk Build-A-Figure Loki and the Ragnarok Hulk Build-A-Figure Thor. And yeah, one thing that all these figures have in common is they are extremely hard to stand. Alright? And here we have them next to my makeshift Infinity War Thor. Here we have the Marvel Legends black costume / symbiote Spider-Man next to his costume mates Venom and Spider-Woman. Here we have him next to Scorpion and Hydro Man. Here we have him next to Spider-Carnage and Doppelganger. And last but certainly not least, here we have him next to Jackal. Articulation times, posability, head to toe. Here we go, starting off with Spider-Man. He can look up that far without me moving my camera and messing everything up. He can look down that far. He can rotate full 360 in the head. Has a bit of head wobblage. He has an ab crunch that crunches forward that far. Actually, that's crunches forward about, or crunches back that far. He has a butterfly joint. Shoulders go out that far, go in that far. Do a full 360. He has an upper bicep swivel. I don't know why this isn't appearing as bright as I want it to. He has double jointed elbows which bend in about that far. Wrists swivel and hinge for all four. It's the same thing. He has a waist swivel here. Legs kick forward about that far. Kick back about that far. He has an upper thigh cut. Double jointed knees, his feet move down, up, and he has ankle pivot as well. Alright, on to Skurge. Skurge can look up very far. He can look down pretty far. He has a little bit of head wobblage. It's not that bad. His head can rotate a full 360. His arms cannot do a full 360 because of these shoulder pads, but these shoulder pads can click up and out of the way. Just like so. Actually, I guess you can kind of get a full 360 in there. He has an upper bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows which bend in that far. Wrists swivel and hinge. He has a nice diaphragm joint that has a full range of motion, just like so. Legs can kick forward that far. They kick back that far. Upper thigh cuts. Double jointed knees. His feet move down, up, and he has ankle pivot as well. Alright, last but certainly not least, we have Hela. Now for this head and the other head, she can only look up about that far, which is actually pretty impressive for a head with hair on a Marvel Legends figure. She can look down that far. Can do a full 360 if you give the hair clearance on the body. There's a little bit of head wobblage. Shoulders can rotate a full 360 degrees. She has single bended elbow that bends at 90 degrees. She has a rotation at the elbow. Wrists swivel and hinge, except for this wrist. This hand, it hinges this way instead of the other way, but the Mjolnir hands hinges just like that. She has a ball joint in the diaphragm. Sorry, that was a whole lot of mix-up that I just did. She can kick forward that far, kick back not at all. Upper thigh cut, double jointed knees, feet move down, up, and she has ankle pivot as well. And as for her antlered head, let's get that on here real quick. I'll show off the articulation for that. So you have no hair on this head, so she can look up very far, and she has a lot of pivot on this head. She can look down that far and do a full 360 with it. Just like that. Final thoughts, comments, and concerns about these figures. The only concern that I have that I can actually address is that Hela does not have her swords. Other than that, I think that's literally it. I'm trying to think here. Yeah, I think that's it. I like all three of these figures a lot, especially the Spider-Man. Actually, I like Hela and Spider-Man equally, and then Skurge is pretty decent too. I like him for his weapons, and he's a complete figure overall, so that's nice. And I think that's it. Final rating for these guys, 29 out of 30. That seems realistic, just because she doesn't have her swords, but if she did, it would be a perfect 2-pack, and the Spider-Man by itself is just pretty nice too. Thought I'd throw a little random figure in there to review, you know, to throw you guys off of the usual stuff that I put out. But yeah, this has been Spectrum. Follow me on Instagram at spectrum.reviews. My Facebook link will be in the description below. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and have a good one. Peace.